In the early 20th century, diabetes was a name that, upon hearing, one could sense the arrival of death. There was no cure for children and young people suffering from type 1 diabetes. Their bodies did not produce insulin, and without insulin, sugar would burn their bodies from the inside. Families could only watch, unable to do anything. But at the same time, in a laboratory, some scientists were working to change fate with the power of science, and that marked the beginning of the exciting story of the discovery of insulin, which has saved millions of lives. At the beginning of the 20th century, diabetes meant starving to death. Doctors knew only one way: keep the patient away from carbohydrates, let them starve so that sugar wouldn't. What would that do? The body's strength would be completely drained. At that time, there was no cure for diabetes. This disease would slowly destroy the body, and a time would come when the patient would slip into a coma and then not return. It comes. A young Canadian doctor, Frederick Banting, who originally wanted to become an orthopedic surgeon, was sitting in his room reading a medical journal one day. Then, he had an idea that changed the world. He read that the organ called the pancreas produces insulin, and if the rest of it is separated, pure insulin might be obtained. No one took his idea seriously, but Banting did not give up. Banting contacted Professor John MacLeod at the University of Toronto, who was a specialist in endocrinology. MacLeod found Banting's idea somewhat incomplete, but he provided him with a lab, some dogs, and a medical student, Charles Best, for the experiment. Best and Banting together began experiments on dogs. Each day began with removing the pancreas of the dogs, then cutting it into pieces to extract the pure extract. After that, the extract was injected into dogs afflicted with diabetes. To do so, they faced failure multiple times. But one day, when a sick dog showed improvement after being given an injection, they felt they were onto something big. They named this extract insulin. This name comes from the Latin word insula, meaning island. Insulin is produced by cells called islets of Langerhans in the pancreas. In 1922, they used insulin on a human for the first time. A 14-year-old boy, Leonard Thompson, who was on the verge of dying from diabetes. His first dose failed, causing an infection. But Banting and Best improved it, and the second time Leonard was given insulin, his body became revitalized. Not only did he survive, but he was also able to live a normal life. In 1923, Frederick Banting and John MacLeod were awarded the Nobel Prize. But this story became more complicated here. Banting felt that the real contribution was made by Best, not MacLeod, so he shared his Nobel Prize with Best. In response, MacLeod also gave his share to biochemist James Collip, who played a significant role in purifying insulin. This became a unique example of ethics and collaboration in science. The discovery of insulin was nothing short of a miracle. Millions of children and adults were given a new life. The face of diabetes treatment changed worldwide. Banting and Best's discovery gave medical science a new direction. Even today, when a diabetic patient takes an insulin injection, they are not just taking a medication, but reliving that moment in history when science challenged death. Today, many varieties of insulin are available, such as rapid-acting, long-acting, and mixtures. It is prepared in the lab using a technique that matches human DNA, called recombinant DNA technology. Now, insulin is not limited to injections only, but research is also being conducted in the direction of patches, pumps, and soon oral pills. But it all started with that one idea that came to Banting's mind on a calm night. The discovery of insulin was not just a scientific achievement. It was a victory for humanity. When society had accepted death, some stubborn scientists said, "No, we will fight." This very fight gave millions of people a second chance at life. Friends, if you liked this information, please like and share the video and subscribe to our channel for more such enlightening stories.